dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through March 24th, enjoy Lincoln's favorite 8-ounce bacon-wrapped sirloin or 4-ounce fresh salmon portions for $3.99 each. Get ahead for your Easter dinner with Fairway Pit hams, fresh lamb roast, or ribeye roast. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine. It will be a little breezy at times, but it will be warm. See an afternoon high around 68. Tonight, mainly clear skies with an overnight low around 31. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies, a little cooler though. See a high around 47. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone back with the latest update from Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, your new car selection keeps getting better and better every month. Can you tell our listeners all about it?
You know, it sure is, Charlie. It's great that our customers can come in, pick out a new Honda, and drive away with it that day.
How many new Hondas do you have in stock?
Well, right now we have just about 100 in stock.
Hey, I hear you've won some very important awards in your service department. Tell us about them.
Well, the first one is we won the award for the first fixed award. So the cars are actually fixed on the very first time they're brought in. Second award is our Customer Service Experience Award. And then our third award is our Honda Express Service Elite. And we rank the best in quality and customer satisfaction.
Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire. Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit. Update your info with LES. And if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
It's time for Outside the Box with Lincoln Stars head coach Rocky Russo and Lincoln Stars broadcaster Joel Norman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let's chat a little hockey. It's Outside the Box here on 93.7 The Tickets, chatting about the Lincoln Stars ahead of this weekend's 2 road games. Lincoln is taking on Omaha on Friday night and then Sioux Falls on Saturday night. I'm Joe Norman, joined by the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, for this one. Rocky, I keep saying it to people, it seems like the nicer the weather gets, the more you almost get excited for the games because you know that postseason is coming. You know, some of the biggest games in the hockey season are played in the warmest weather in a lot of ways.
They are. I always tell the guys that if you get the privilege of coming to the rink at the end of the year in shorts and a t-shirt, you've had a good season. And that's our goal, to try to find a way to be there at the end of the year and get a ticket to the dance. And if you can get yourself in there, anything can happen.
Absolutely. Just getting in sometimes. We've seen it in recent years. A couple of years ago, a few other teams. I know Art Bryce told me a few times about when he was playing, Stars assistant coach, of course, saying sometimes you just got to get in. You get hot at the right time. And right now, you guys are in. You've got the 6th seed for right now, a point ahead of Des Moines, heading down the stretch here. 9 games to go. First off, where's the season gone? I feel like we flipped the calendar to 2024, and it's gone into overdrive, hasn't it?
When you do what we do, coach, play, media, whatever it is, like specifically as a coach, it's every day is Groundhog Day. Every week is Groundhog Week, and because you get into a pretty stable routine, with the exception of what our last few weeks have looked like. Generally, you practice Monday through Thursday, you play Friday, Saturday. You get about a half a day off on Sunday because you got to prepare for the following Monday. So, you don't get to shut it off completely on Sunday, and then you're back to work. So you work 6.5 days a week for 9 straight months, and you hope that you make it to the playoffs and make it to the end, and then you've got a couple weeks, and then you've got camp, and then at this level, you've got USA national festivals and the NHL draft, and sometimes it's future camp and all these other events. There's always people calling asking us to, will you come do 2 days at my camp? Will you come do 2 days at my camp? And um, the seasons go by really fast, and I almost feel like I'm very blessed because this is what I've done for now 19 years. But I wonder what it's like to live a traditional, normal 9 to 5, where you have your weekends off and you get a few weeks of vacation every year. And I wonder if life's a little slower. I wonder if you can take a step back and be in the moment a little bit better. And so for me specifically, especially now that I'm a little bit older, I had my kids, my wife and I had our kids a little bit older. I think that I can appreciate, they're growing so fast, and Cammie's now even a little bit older than Ronnie was when we first moved to Lincoln, and Cammie was born here, so Cammie's gonna be 3 in September, and Ronnie will be 5 in May, and you try to appreciate the time spent with them, and try not to get lost in that Sunday, right? You're ground down and it's been a long week and you're on the road and you're tired, and then the girls are there and they want to play and they want you to do this and do that. And in my younger days, I would have just vegged out for a few hours and watched some TV, and then got back to work. But now you can't do that. We get off the bus at 4 in the morning, and the kids are up at 7 and they're excited to go. And God bless my wife. Usually she'll say, "Hey, let daddy sleep for another hour or so."
Give you that buffer zone.
Yeah, but it's something that it feels like it speeds up life. And I tell the guys all the time, listen, you're gonna blink and we're gonna be at the end of the season. And I've said that to them a couple times, and I keep reminding them that you're running out of time. You're running out of time, and you'll never sit in this room with this exact same group again. We have a lot of guys that could return, and we have guys that are going to move on, and we have guys that are going to probably not come back. And so appreciate the opportunities that you have to play with your brothers right now. And we put an awful lot of sweat equity into what we've done this far this year. And we certainly had some points slip away, and we've had some rough patches. But if you'd have told me in the midst of that 11-game losing streak that we'd be in playoff position with 9 games left, I probably would have blindly said, I'll sign that contract and I'll figure it out from there. And so we're there. We're in that situation, and we control the destiny of this group and the opportunity to get in the playoffs, and we have to be able to take advantage of that.
I remember you saying that one line. I want to go back to what you just said a moment ago. That line where you say that you've told guys before, you'll never be in this room with these same group of players. You might see a lot of them next year. You may only see a few of them. I remember you saying that last year, and I thought, boy, that is such a good point, because for some of these guys, they move on to college. A couple or so, this might be the end of the hockey playing career. Maybe things change. Maybe they change their mind instead of going off to college. Other guys, maybe this is the first of multiple years here in Lincoln, but it really shows that significance of each season, regardless of the talent level, regardless of the guys in there. It is each season is really unique in its own way.
Yeah, and the other thing I said to him this morning was, guys, if you're fortunate to play this game for 20 years, from the time you're 4 until you're 24, that means that you played all the way through your youth and your teen years, and you had an opportunity to play college hockey. And if you play for 20 years, that's all you get. And so if you give one away, if you waste a year, that's why I don't believe in rebuild years. I don't believe in, hey, let's lower the expectations and just do our best to develop all these young guys, because to me, I only get X amount of years where I get to do this. And I am young from that perspective, and I hope I've got another 25 in me, another 30 in me. I don't know. That's God willing. That's what I'm able to do. But I've had so many things happen in my life on a personal level that you don't just assume that tomorrow's promised, because it's not. There's nothing guaranteed. And so, to say, oh, well, let's just be satisfied with, a 500 record and a playoff berth, that's not good enough for me. It's just not. I want to compete for championships every single year. I want to build programs that have longevity, that can win year in and year out, and have the opportunity to compete for a championship every year. Because again, you don't have an infinite number of opportunities, and each year is one chance to win a championship. And there's a lot of little goals and little successes that go into those years that make them very fulfilling, obviously. And you can't judge each season based solely on the final results, because only one person gets to win their last game of their year if they're playing in the playoffs. And for us, I look at what we deem a very successful year last year, and we lost in the conference finals. And unfortunately, we've taken a step backward here. And you've heard me talk about youth all year and this and that, whatever else, but those aren't excuses. That's just, sometimes it's the facts. And that doesn't make it okay. I want to win 40 games every year. I want to play for a championship every year. I want the fans in Lincoln and the people that come and support us to be proud of the product that we put on the ice every week. And when we don't play up to that level, especially at home, but period, when we don't play up to that level, I feel like I'm letting a lot of people down. And it's my job to do everything I can to put the best product we can on the ice. And people spend their hard-earned money. They could do a lot with that entertainment dollar that they have in their pocket, and they choose to spend it on the Lincoln Stars. And I don't take that for granted. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very humbled by that. And so I want to be able to give our fans and those corporate sponsors and everybody that chooses to invest in the Lincoln Stars the best product we possibly can.
And the better part of this season, pretty much since Thanksgiving, we've said it. This team has been playing at a higher level ever since that losing streak ended. It's been a bit of a tough stretch right now. The beginning of spring each year, I would imagine there's a battle for every team. Whether you're a team who's the Fargo Force, you're over 40 victories, or you're a team, the Omaha Lancers, you're under 15. I would imagine every team in this league is battling against complacency. With the warmer weather, the guys see the way the schedule's going. They're thinking, oh, wait a second, summer's around the corner. Tell me about that. What is that kind of what you were talking about earlier, where you're saying, right now is that time you're reminding guys, hey, we're not finished yet, and we've got much bigger goals than just finishing up in the middle of April.
I asked them that point blank. Like, are you guys done? Do you want to hang it up? Do you want to just, we got 9 games left. We got 4 weeks. We can write it off and say, hey, we had a good year and we didn't quite make it. And they all looked at me like I was crazy, because obviously it was a crazy question. But the point I was making was, you get the privilege to play at this time of year. You get the privilege to play in this league. And I know that a lot of our guys, especially the 06s and 07s that are playing their first dose of junior hockey, they're doing it in big roles. They weren't able to ease into it. They had to play significant roles all year long, and it's the longest, most grinding season they've ever dealt with. And they've played more games. They've practiced more. They've had more workouts. They've had more off ice. They've had more video. than they've ever had in their entire life. And that is mentally and physically draining. And, for us, it's best managing them while also continuing to take advantage of the developmental opportunities that we have. And I'll pick a day here and there and we'll give them a light day or we'll give them an off day or we'll do something different. But, there's no substitution for hard work. And we had a really long practice today. And then the guys got off for 30 minutes, ate lunch, and they went back out for skills for another hour. And, this is a work day and this is an opportunity for us to get better. And I felt at the end of the day when I left the rink today that we got better today, which was really exciting. But, you have to be, now is the time where if you take care of your body all season long, if you get enough rest, if you're eating properly, if you're in the ice bath, if you're in the trainer's room, if you're doing those things, then you're physically still in good shape. Now it's, are you mentally able to stay engaged? Can you stay focused? Can you stay in the moment? And we talked about that too, guys. When you're not on the ice, you have to still be engaged. You have to be doing that after action report. How did my previous shift go? What could I have done better? Where did I make a mistake? Talk to your line mates, get on the same page, watch your other three lines play and see if you pick up tendencies and certain systematic things that you can use to your advantage when you get back out on the ice. And then now it's, I got to get my heart rate down. I got to do all these things. And then I got to get back out there and I got to do it again. And you've got to be incredibly focused. And if you check out, even for one shift, the puck ends up back in your net. And that was the difference on Saturday night. We made a couple mistakes. We played pretty good hockey. If you go to our analytical software, it'll tell you that Chicago really only had 8 scoring chances the entire game on Saturday, and they scored on 3 of them.
I believe that.
They scored on 3 of them, and that's the difference in the game. And they were some really, really boneheaded mistakes, but those same mistakes have not occurred for months. And they occur because guys aren't mentally tuned in. And that's what happens. They get away from that mental focus that is necessary to play shift in and shift out for 60 minutes. And unfortunately, it cost us a big win.
It felt like with Saturday's game and with the opponent, both Friday and Saturday in Chicago, that they were very opportunistic in a sense. And I think there's a negative stigma with that word. I mean, for me, I've always looked at the word opportunistic it's kind of where talent takes over. Another team makes a mistake, there's an opening, and they take advantage of that. That's how I felt Saturday.
Well, and that's what I was just about to say is they're incredibly talented.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Hage is when I look around this league at the talented 06s in this league, and it's John Mustard and it's obviously Trevor Connolly, and man, he is literally right there. He is every bit as good as those two players. And if those two guys have first or second round grades, then he should have one too. But Mick Thompson is a total stud.
Yeah.
He's just little.
A goal Friday.
He's a total stud.
We were talking about that, just breaking through the defense.
Charlie Major is a total stud. They've got Michael Emerson on their second line, who had 80-some points for them last year.
Exactly.
So we don't have that. I'll just be honest. We don't have that.
Yeah.
And if you're going to play against teams like that and you're going to let their best players be opportunistic and beat you, they are going to beat you. And if you look at the goals they scored on Friday, you look at the goals they scored on Saturday, they were turnovers. They were lack of detail by us in our own end and in transition defense. They did a really good job of pulling our D outside the dots and hitting their late guys on their second wave of entry. And they score goals. They hit their one-timers. They underhandled pucks. They made passes under sticks and around bodies. High-end skill set. And something that we need to continue to grow here in Amarillo. Our drafts have to be focused on that side of things. And, and we just need to continue to develop our affiliate lists and make sure that our cupboard is consistently full with really good players who are serious players that want to be serious athletes, that want to play in the National Hockey League, that want to be difference makers at the college level, and obviously want to be a part of something bigger than themselves.
Chatting Lincoln Stars hockey here on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Joe Norman, joined by the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo. You talking about that immediately reminded me, we're about 2 months away from the USHL draft.
I'm well aware.
And I'm very sure things are ramping up a lot for you guys with that. You talk about this. You see other players. You say, we don't have that. How much more does that kind of just fire you up about, okay, we're going to go out and we're going to have a great draft?
That's got to be your objective every year. And don't get me wrong. Like I love our players. We've got wonderful players and wonderful guys, and just some of that high end skill. It's hard to come by, but if you can draft, you need to knock your phase one out of the park, and then you look at Fargo, who 9 months ago we were in the conference finals against. They only returned 6 players. And they're an absolute juggernaut right now because they've got 230 some points out of their phase 2 draft this year. They knocked it out of the park. We did good things in phase 2. We got Kai out of phase 2. We got BMO out of phase 2.
That's right.
Like there was some guys there that became good players for us, just not enough of them. And maybe we still see some of those guys pop. Maybe a Charles Ballon pops. We'll see. But we need to get value out of our later picks. We need to get difference makers that have junior hockey experience. Which you look at Lee Parks, you look at Taylor, you look at Newmeyer. Like I can go through their roster. And those guys, the Lepa kid, man, I love the Lepa kid, the 4th line center there going really to Penn State. But Lee Parks has got like 28 goals.
It's what, 3rd line?
Yeah. And he's
scored every game against us, it felt like.
He did. And then you turn around and, they make a trade for Plant last year. Then they turn around and they make a trade for, who is it? Svoboda and Finn McLaughlin. Like, those guys are difference makers. And so, hats off to them for finding a way to get those things done. And, they're a model franchise. There's no question about it. They've certainly got a lot of experience doing what they're doing there. Kerry was, a coach at the college level, a coach at this level. He's been a GM now for a while. They do a wonderful job. But that's the type of impact that we want to make here in Lincoln. And that's the type of franchise that we're looking to continue to build.
It's interesting. You were talking about, they drafted really well as well, but some of their stud players who came back, Zan Plant, Max Swanson, already studs.
Gruba.
Took their games to another level. We saw that a couple of seasons ago with Tanner Ludke. Came back, and then last year is a monster year, over 30 goals. How much is that something you're thinking about as we get near the end of the season that maybe you're going to tell some guys like, hey, you're next for having a big jump next season?
Well, it's on them. They your summer has to be massive. Tanner's summer was massive last year before he came in. Adam Kleber had a really good summer, changed a lot of his game. And I'm sure, Max Swanson and Plant and Gruba had monster summers, and they come back and they're difference making players every time they're on the ice. And we have a lot that can return. And for us, there's a lot of players that can be impactful, that can take another step, that can create and more consistently score. I mean, look at last year, Mason coming back again, Doug coming back again. Those two guys, Mason was one of the top 3 players in the league last year, I would suspect.
Absolutely.
And I told the guys this morning, I said, who was the leading scorer in college hockey this weekend? It's Mason Marcellus, 6 points in 2 games. And I said, who put us on his back and single-handedly won the Waterloo series in Game 3 when Doug Grimes was suspended? It was Mason Marcellus. Like that guy, he still made mistakes. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't perfect, but you knew that if he made a mistake and a puck went in the net while he was on the ice, odds are a puck was going in their net in one of the next 2 or 3 of his shifts.
He was such a gamer.
He was. And you know what? He was, but he wasn't, in the sense that he earned the right to be called a gamer with his work ethic and practice. Mm-hmm. And the extra reps that he took and the things that he worked on to make himself a better player. And when you hear when guys call me and they're like, oh, you got to watch this guy, he's a gamer. Well, he'll never be a gamer if he doesn't prove that he can be in the game with his practice habits. Mm-hmm. And the best players are the ones that are putting in extra work before practice, after practice, doing the extra reps in the gym, watching the extra video, taking care of their body, sitting in the cold tub, sitting in the sauna, understanding when they need a rest too. Sometimes you got to listen to your body and you got to take that rest and recharge your battery fully. But, Kai doesn't know where he's going right now.
I was just going to say, we're going to lead right into him coming on the show here in a little bit. Real quickly before we go, to have him and Matthew Malte on. You talking about the work ethic. It works well with these two coming on the show. These are two guys you've applauded for their work ethic this season. Of
course. I mean, Kai has a very methodical approach to how he does things on a daily basis. And, sometimes he's the one that needs the leash put on him a little bit and told to, hey, recover a little bit. And he reminds me a lot of Antonio, because Antonio just, I see that. I mean, I would have, if his dad didn't own the place, I would have changed the locks, because he never left. And he wanted to be on the ice all the time because he loved it. Yeah. But also he just had such a high desire to get better. And so, you appreciate that about a player. And then Maltz, I'm so proud of Maltz, because he had such a tough start to the year. And then he breaks his hand, and then he comes back, and then he's suspended a couple times, and then he was sick. Like, it's been a tough year for Maltz. But man, like, there's nobody I'd rather have on my team, because he's just gonna work. He's resilient. He competes. He's a leader. He's a pro. He's mature. He sets the tone. Sets a great example for his teammates, and he's a guy that, I mean, if he comes in here and he's the captain next year, nobody would be surprised, because that's just the type of effort that he brings on a daily basis. And he sets the tone in the room. He sets the tone on the ice. He sets the tone, in the community, whatever it might be. You can look at him and that he's making good decisions, and he's a pro, and that's the type of leadership that you need in order to be successful.
I was just going to say, he was one of those guys, when you talk about guys who lead without a letter, when we always talk about in the fall, certainly him a great example. And there's something to be said with both of them. There's more expectations when you wear the letter, but sometimes there's still a lot of opportunities even if you don't wear one.
Yeah, and there's been a couple guys that I've grabbed over the course of the last few days and said, hey, you need to step up. You need to do more. You need to take more responsibility, and we need leaders amongst leaders, and it's not just good to lean on the same three guys. They're important, and they're valuable, and they're great leaders, but they need help, and they need everybody pulling in the same direction, and understanding that nobody in that room can do it by themselves. Nobody's going to achieve the goals that we want to achieve without everybody being on the same page.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to chat with a couple of leaders on this Lincoln Stars team. Matthew Malte and Kai Janvaria will be joining me in just a moment. Stick around right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports, or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday, March 21st and 22nd at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
Come see the exciting career opportunities in the world of large ag. Acres, your Nebraska John Deere dealer, is hosting a career fair during our 2024 Ag and Turf Expo. Learn about career opportunities in service, sales, parts, and precision ag, as well as other roles in Acres business support team. Join us at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for details.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Pre-order your Hog Wild slow smoked Easter ham today. Hog Wild selects the highest quality whole ham and slow smokes them until they're tender and delicious. Our 100% boneless ham is approximately 4 pounds and $50. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com. Quantities are limited. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
At Warhorse Sportsbook, Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino and Link, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the enrollment fee. The next challenge begins on March 23rd. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of March, take advantage of fixed-rate financing as low as 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeding inventory online at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
It's time for Outside the Box with Lincoln Stars head coach Rocky Russo and Lincoln Stars broadcaster Joel Norman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back again, chatting Lincoln Stars hockey here on Outside the Box on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Joel Norman, joined by Kai Janvaria and Matthew Malte. Now that we're all set, we got the headset already, Kai. Now, right? It just flips over the one side. First time on radio. Have I had you on yet this year?
No, you haven't. It's my first time.
Okay. First things first. Up and close by the microphone for that. It helps your audio a lot. But otherwise, guys, thanks for being here, taking time out of the beautiful day we've had. How nice is this after some of the winter months we've had so far?
Yeah, this is really nice. We've actually had some really nice weather. It's a lot different because I'm from Michigan.
Yeah.
So, like you're having 60-degree sunny days in like February, and it's like I'm not used to this, but it's really nice. So this guy's been golfing.
I've been hitting the links a lot. I gotta take advantage of this weather. And it's been beautiful outside. I got to take advantage of it.
We were talking about golf a little bit right before you got in, but I remember a couple weeks ago, Matt, when where was it? On the way to Fargo, it was windy out, it was overcast, probably about 40 degrees, and you were the one who said, "Oh, golfing weather." I was like, of course, the guy from Canada says that.
Yeah, it's Montreal weather is very inconsistent, I'd say, and
Okay.
so I just got used.
You're preaching to the choir when you say that to people here.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, it's just been the weather's been inconsistent in Montreal. So I've been just getting used to golfing when it's getting cold out, even when it's cold outside. And it's really a big hobby of mine. So just like, whenever I get the chance to go golf, I just try to pick up as many guys as I can, just hit the links with them. Yeah.
Did you play today then?
No, I did not. Practice was a hard practice today. So I just kind of took the day off, the afternoon off, and relax.
That's more than fair. Yeah. If you were playing in this weather, would you be wearing shorts? That's my debate with people. Is I'm at the point where I'm not quite at shorts level, but you're pretty darn close.
I would probably wear shorts, right? Would you, Kai?
Yeah,
I would wear shorts today.
When we went, what was it, Sunday? Or no, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah. We were wearing shorts. Yeah, we were wearing shorts.
That was a little cooler than this. If I remember.
Yeah, 100%. And it was windy. It was
so
very windy. Yeah, which was not fun because the ball is just going left and right, and you're like, oh my gosh,
it's nice long day. When the wind's at your back, though.
Oh yeah, then you can just crush your drive 350 and feel like the man.
For a
feel like
couple of
Rory,
holes, right?
Yeah, confidence boost for sure.
Who do you guys like to play with on the team when you do get a chance to play golf? Which I know you're thinking about now that it's getting better.
Yeah, I mean, me, Kai usually go when it's nice. I'd like Kai to come a bit more often, but we'll see. And then, Justin Varner, who is home now, but Justin Mexico is a big golfer. I'd say Pex, so Jack Picard and Dashiell Oliver are pretty big golfers too. Sometimes Jared Magan gets in the mix, but I'd like to get to see him on the golf course a lot more too, just like Kai.
He talks a big game, does Mangs. Last year, the team went up. I know you guys went up to Top Golf again this year. Remember they went last year, and Mangan was pretty proud of thinking he was right there, top 3 on the team. I always love to ask people that who's the top golfer this year.
I got to admit, it's got to be Mangs, right?
Is a top golfer?
Yeah, like number one.
You don't know what you're getting with him on the day, but yeah, when he's on though, he's so good.
Yeah, we got to give it to him. He's got to be number one. I hate to do it too, but we have to give it to him.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Megan probably up there.
You're really good.
I might be up there. I might be top 3.
Yeah.
I'll put myself at
Definitely
3, and then who would be 2? Well, Kai. It's like me and Kai actually like we do scramble a lot. Like we do some 2v2v2s, and like, dude, we won last week. We won last week. Like the partners
Pretty
won.
good.
That's what I'm saying. So I'll put Jared Mangan, me and Kai.
Not bad.
Top 3. There you go.
Not bad.
that.
Do you guys swing the same way you shoot? I always wonder that too.
Yeah, I swing left.
Yeah, I swing right.
And you're righty for both. Do you know anyone who does it the opposite?
Yeah, my brother. He's a year younger than me.
That's gotta be funky.
Shoots lefty, hits righty.
How come? Do you know, like at some point along the way, was he just like, boy, it's not working from one side, I'm gonna try the other?
No, I don't think so. I think he just like picked up the club and just like started swinging righty and never even tried lefty.
That's crazy. That's one thing. If there were ever 2 sports that connected, I would think that you would do the same.
Yeah.
For both.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it is weird. Like not like people that shoot lefty or vice versa. Like I just don't understand how it works in your brain. It's like I feel like it'd be so much easier for you to just shoot lefty, hit lefty, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same movement, right? And I don't know. It's just people are great, I guess.
I always thought it was weird enough, just even in baseball, when guys swing left hand, they catch left handed. No, like they'll throw right hand. I even thought that was strange personally. But if you were doing opposite with golf and baseball, golf and hockey in that sense, that would be really strange. Like swing right in one and then shoot left and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, it's just weird. And my cousin does it too, which is I just don't understand. He's terrible though. He shoots like 130.
Maybe he should switch around then.
He's just trying to figure it out here. So someday he'll be terrible and he's like, maybe I'm a lefty. Some days he's a righty, some days he's a lefty.
You don't really have any ambidextrous golfers. You don't really have some clubs that are left. Some you can imagine. It's not working right today. I'm going to switch mid-round, right?
That'd be an expensive golf bag for sure.
Heavy, too.
Yeah.
Very heavy. What's your favorite spot to play at in town when you guys do get a chance to play?
Mahoney probably, because it's the closest to my house, honestly. It's like 5 minutes from where we live. So, and it's a wide open. It's not a hard course. Every time I went to Hidden Valley, did we play Hidden Valley last time?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we were actually good at Hidden Valley, but Hidden Valley's a hard one that we go to. But I think Mahoney, personally, that's me. Mahoney.
Yeah. Hidden Valley, I like, or what's the Highlands.
The next to the airport. Yeah,
I like that one.
Pretty nice.
It's really open and you don't have to worry about losing balls. So
yeah,
that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Balls get expensive.
Yes, they do. That adds up very quickly.
It starts adding up quick. Yeah. When you play once or twice a week, it just gets, or tees get expensive too. I got to get the plastic ones because I break every time I get the one, every time I swing with it, it breaks. And I got to get the plastic ones.
I've seen people use, I caddied for a long time. So I saw a lot of different ones with that. I saw the ones that almost looked like, it was like in the shape of an hourglass almost.
Dude, that's what you have.
Martini glass tees.
You use those.
That's what he has.
You like those.
Yeah.
I would feel like a little weird with that because aren't they a little heavier too?
A little bit, yeah. But once you get used to them, because it cups the ball, so you can just hit under it perfectly, and you get the perfect loft on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a transition for me.
It looks weird. I can't lie. When I see him off the tee first time ever, I'm like, holy, this guy's going to be terrible. Seeing that big tee.
Trying to be that trendy guy. You're probably thinking, right? You're like, oh, he's doing something different.
Yeah, this guy's going to be terrible. And then he actually bombs it down the fairway. I'm like, he's actually pretty good.
I was going to say, I haven't seen people with those in a while, but that's what you prefer to use, Kai?
Yeah. Yeah, I use those when I'm driving. And then I have a short tee too. That's
really?
It's for par 3 holes. Yeah.
That's fair. I'm very anti short tees because I really tee it up because I like to get a little extra height on the drive too. But because I get them too low, I'm too worried about clumping. I think a lot of times. So, and there's no worse feeling than that when you just top
it. Oh no, you just club throw after. You have to. Much. You have to. It's a club throw thing.
I was at the range then. I had a few club throws. And it was
at the range.
It was not a good day.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
I went yesterday and I felt good. God. Today was not great.
Club throws at the range is crazy, Joe.
It was for me. It's on the backswing where it's just you swing and it's just like no, you just fling it backwards behind you. You're like throwing it at the bag, like get out of here. That's all. It wasn't like a full on slam. It was just like let me get rid of this thing.
That's funny.
But chatting a little bit of hockey along the way, mostly golf though right now here on Outside the Box. Joined by Matthew Malte and Kai Janvaria here. Now, guys, as we talked about, back to hockey action, going on the road this weekend for 2 games, but a lot of home games coming up. You're at Omaha, which sometimes feels like a home game, let's be honest, and then at Sioux Falls on Saturday. How nice is it down the stretch to be having a lot of home games? As we talk about, you're settling into that routine. It is late in the season and probably just makes things a little bit easier. I'll start with you, Kai.
Yeah, I think this whole second half, we started out at home and we had a lot of home games in January, and then the whole month of February and the first part of March, really up until now, has been some crazy travel. We went to Michigan twice. We were just in Fargo, and we've had a lot of just games day trips on the road and stuff. So it's really nice in the back part of the season to be at home, getting in routine, because when we hopefully make the playoffs, that we're going to be on the road for a good chunk of it. So getting this time at home and just more practices and stuff like that will be good for us.
Malt, what's a part of your home game day routine? Something that you like about the games at home that maybe it's a little harder to establish when you're on the road?
For me, it's just you can just, everything's on your time and your schedule. If you're on the road, you're sleeping in a hotel, or like that weekend we went to Tri-City, you can't really nap because I can't sleep in the bus, right? So for me, when I'm home, it's just easier to just make myself food that I like to enjoy getting food. Plus taking a good nap in the afternoon. It's always the same thing, but it's just the accessibility that if you're on the road, you got to sleep in the hotel. It's it's harder sometimes. And they order, we do video and we order meal at a certain time, which is sometimes it's my nap time, which is you got to adjust. And then, which, it kind of sucks, but it's, it's part of the game. So yeah, it is exciting to be home and just keep my routine. And like I said, I feel like we've been on the road for the past like 4 months. It's just been crazy.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot of traveling. And that, like, even though we didn't go to like you said, we went to Michigan twice, Fargo, those were fine. But that Tri-City one, I felt terrible. Like you go to Tri-City, come back, and then go back the next day. Like I didn't like that at all. It was just a lot of traveling and bus. And
That was, and especially going to the same place, right back to the same. It might have been one thing if we had even gone home against them, road against them, home against them. That would have been one thing. But that Saturday and Sunday, it was like, which day is it again? You know,
it was a hard one.
What period of which game are we in? I mean, I remember the Saturday game was kind of flat, and I was like, wait a second, we still got a game tomorrow, you know?
That was bad. I hated that one because at least in Fargo or in Michigan, like when we went to Muskegon or program, you sleep at a hotel and you're there for 3 days.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not traveling in the bus. Tri-City, did we play at home the first game on Friday? We did.
Yeah.
So we went home, then went to Tri-City, came back, then went back to Tri-City. That was just terrible because you're on the bus. Like you feel like you're on the bus for 2 days.
In retrospect, good weekend, taking 5 or 6
it's
points.
unreal weekend. Yeah, great weekend. I loved it.
Travel aside, though, of course.
Yeah.
But Kai, real quickly before the break, I was asked Maltz about what's some stuff with your home game day routine that you really enjoy and are looking forward to. Again, not this weekend, but again after that for much longer.
Yeah, I think for game day routine, I'm not too superstitious, but I definitely like coming and doing the morning skate and doing some extra shooting stuff, making sure I feel good before I get off and get ready for the game. And then I'd say I eat the same thing too every day.
What do you have?
Day. It's like penne pasta with grilled chicken and Caesar salad.
Do you make it yourself?
No, I get it from a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Same spot every time?
Yep. It's Villa Amor on
27th
Street.
They know your name at this point?
They do, actually. It's pretty funny. They know my voice too. If I call to get a carry out, they're like, oh, we know what you want. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
I
They're
got the Kai special, right? We'll take the Jan Barea to go. I'll bring it to the ring. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more in just a moment. It's Outside the Box here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the original Super Glue. Stop by your local participating Westlake Ace Hardware locations for your $10 savings coupon. Restrictions may apply. See store for details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena March 29th and 30th.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit. Stock number G214773.
It's time for Outside the Box with Lincoln Stars head coach Rocky Russo and Lincoln Stars broadcaster Joel Norman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrapping things up here on Outside the Box, you're on 93.7 The Ticket as we're chatting Lincoln Stars hockey. Joel Norman joined by Matthew Malte and Kai Jane Faria. And like everyone, we were just talking about March Madness brackets off air. Kai, you said, understandably, you've got UConn winning it all since you're committed to play hockey at UConn. Maltz, no brackets for you. Will you be filling one out before Thursday?
Yeah, honestly, might as well, right? Like, just pick random teams and just, I don't know. I'll just stick with one. I'll just if I like the colors of someone, I'll just pick that.
Oh boy, you're going that way.
Dude, I don't know anything about college basketball. Not a big thing in Canada.
You hear some people say that, we'll do it based on whose mascot would win. Maybe you could do that approach.
Yeah. Actually, that would be a smart idea. I just go and look up everyone's mascot, and whoever looks the scariest wins it. I might do that. I don't know.
I'm sure like other people like you, me, Guy, like we hear that and you want to slam your head because well, they're probably gonna do better than I will still anyway, right?
Yeah. March Madness is crazy. You almost always want to take the underdog. That's who ends up winning usually, but
some of these years, especially in recent years.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of sports in this country in recent years have really favored the underdog.
Yeah. I think it was it last year or the year before? It was like every single person's bracket by the second round had been eliminated.
Yeah, it was last year, wasn't it?
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
dude, everyone, like every underdog won it. Because I remember all the boys were talking about it last year. Like, I think everyone, except the number one seed, everyone lost or something. It was crazy.
I feel like every year since when Virginia was a 1 seed and they lost in the first round, it's almost been like we just expect something of that level now each year. Because they went on to win it all the next year, but I remember the year they lost as the number 1 seed, it was just like, there's no way. How can you do that this early with that dominant of a team?
No, it's crazy. Yeah.
Now it's like we almost expect several. So do you guys have anything fun playing with the team? You mentioned a little bit that you guys are doing a bracket. Are you guys going to do anything watching the games at all Thursday maybe?
I'm sure we'll watch the games. It's also a huge weekend for college hockey, so
yeah,
we'll probably be occupied with that. Obviously, we have games of our own, but when we can get time, we're probably going to be watching college hockey.
This is that beautiful time of the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where the college hockey tournament gets going, college basketball tournament gets going. Before we know it, NHL playoffs are here as well. And right now, we're playing some of our biggest games. So I don't know if you guys are the same way. I love hockey when it gets warm out. Which for a lot of people are going, what are you talking about? And I go, those are when the best games are. Those are when every game means just a little bit more. And this is a kind of a privilege to be in this type of situation right now, isn't it?
No, it is. It's honestly for everything too. Like NHL and us, like I feel like it's just a boost of just like energy and stuff because it's so miserable. Like in the winter, it gets so miserable. You go outside and you're just like freezing and it's cold and it's not. At least now you just leave the rink. It's so nice, sunny. You're in shorts and sandals, and you're just like, it just brings up the mood so much. So, yeah, it's a great boost for everyone. And then, like you said, the NHL playoffs are coming along. I'm a big baseball guy too, so baseball season's coming. MLB.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's a great time of the year.
And it's really neat in the regard that I've always found it interesting with when it's colder out, you get bigger crowds. There's less going on. Maybe the hockey is it feels more appropriate.
Yeah.
But then here we are going like, no, wait a sec, though. No, these are the games that mean the most. Probably won't have as large of crowds sometimes as you would in February or March. Again, hoping that can change. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com. But regardless, I mean, that's just something, it gets a little bit warmer, things change. How are you guys battling that maybe I said with Rocky, I think complacency sometimes comes in. It's warmer. Hey, we've got 9 games left in the season. How are you guys battling that going like, wait a second, no, we got a lot more to do here before the season's over?
Yeah, I think for me, like you get to this point in the season and almost every team I've been on, we have a stretch where, you kill it in the second half and then you almost like have a little bit of a couple off weekends and, where you're not your best. And then we start peaking again towards the playoffs. Like that's the teams I've been on the last couple of years. Like that's how we've been. So, obviously not, doing that on purpose, but or wanting that to happen. But I think it happens. I definitely think, towards playoffs, like everyone starts to really dial it in, tone it in, and get excited for sure again if they weren't before, and bring that focus back for sure.
Maltz, how much are you guys looking at that here? 9 games to go. You get an opportunity with a rivalry matchup Friday to kind of jumpstart a new streak.
Yeah, it's exciting too that we get to play Omaha as well on Friday. It's been a tough tough 2 weeks, I'd say. It hasn't been easy, like mentally and everything. Like just losing games is not fun, right? And I think it's exciting to kick it back and really get like a full sweep this weekend and just just hunt the playoffs down and just get ready for playoffs like Kai was just saying. Yeah, it is exciting. And then we do have a lot of games at home, which that as well is exciting. I feel like we haven't gotten to play in front of our fans in 2024 a lot. So just like that motivation of just playing in front of our fans. And then this weekend, two hard games on the road. Like it's a great opportunity and it's a great challenge for us. And yeah, it's really exciting.
Absolutely. The 2 games this weekend we mentioned at Omaha on Friday, at Sioux Falls on Saturday, but then after that, 6 consecutive home games. And that's going to be really nice beginning pretty much a week from now, coming up on March 27th, that 11 a.m. game against Omaha. Guys, thank you very much for the time. Let's go get 4 points this weekend.
Thanks, Joel.
Thank you, Joel.
That's Kai Janvaria, Matthew Malte. I'm Joel Norman. As we were wrapping things up here on Outside the Box, thank you for tuning in. And we won't have a show next week, but stay tuned for our upcoming ones. And you can follow along on Lincoln Star social media for that.